afternoon, guys. Just wanted to do a quick update on the James Morris appreciation build. A bit behind on this one, or a bit behind on a lot of things actually, but I was hoping to be further along on this than I am. So, finish up the interior. You can see the red carpet inserts there. You can also see the red pleat on the seats. As I've mentioned in other videos, this is a very specific car that I'm building, and this was, I think, one of the, I don't know if all the 69s came like this or if this was an option, this color pattern, but anyways, the one that I'm building has that. I also have painted the steering wheel wood. You can see the trim on the door panels there. That's actually decal from the Keith Marks decals that I got. As soon as I had this finished and put together, I have a 69, I think it's a Mach 1 kit there that actually has the wood grain for the dash and the console and stuff. And I should have photocopied those and printed out the decals for the wood grain, but I didn't. I just left it black. So yeah, bit of a mistake there that I should have printed out that wood grain. But the Keith Marks decal set did come with the gauges, which you can't see, but it has the gauges and the clock and stuff. The decals that came with this boxing of this kit, all it has really are the stripes and some under hood markings. It doesn't have anything for the interior. So anyways, I just went with an all black interior because that's what this car had. The wheel, for wood toning the wheel, I actually used these. These are the touch-up markers for furniture or wood or whatever. I think these are alcohol-based markers. So when I'm doing small wood parts, rather than painting it, and I find these markers, I paint it white, and then I use these markers on it. I find these work the best, and they give a pretty good representation of wood. And you can use multiple colors. You can go with a lighter wood color and then mix in a little bit of darker wood color on top to give it a wood grain, especially if it's a flat surface. I probably would have tried that on this if I had been able, if these side panels weren't built in. So, but anyways, is what it is now. Engine is probably the same as my last update. I do have some pieces here in paint to go on it. I have some pieces out there drying as well. One interesting thing about this engine that I don't think I've noticed it on other engines before. I think this is a 428 Cobra Jet. You can see the two different exhaust manifolds. One is what I would call a normal type 1, but this one is quite a bit different. I don't know what this thing is here. I'll have to look and see what that is. But I thought that was pretty interesting, how the two sides of the exhaust manifold are so different from the other. The rest of it is just chassis. This is what I'll be starting on next. The next really big thing with this kit will be the body. And this kit goes together. One thing I really don't like about these kits is, this kit anyway, or kits that are like this, you can see here on the instructions, I'd rather when you build the body and you lay it aside, build all the chassis and then combine the two. This one you don't. You actually start working on the body, and even when you have the chassis and the interior, there's still work to be done on the underside while the body's in place. And especially with this car being a light colored car. So I'm going to try and do all of this stuff before I actually put the chassis into the car. The other question I had for anybody who has built this kit in the past. Here we go. So you can see here the body is in 3 pieces. There's a lower front valance, and there's also a rear valance. So the way this shows it here is this all goes in after the chassis is underneath the car, which means everything is painted before you put this on. I don't think it's possible to put both the front and the rear valance in before putting the chassis in, but I think I should be able to put at least the rear one in, which is the fit that I'm more concerned about. So if anybody has built this kit before, could you let me know if it's possible to put this rear valance in before the chassis goes in? I can't see any reason why it wouldn't be, but you never know. So that's about it. These are the decals that I got. So you can see I still have some underhood decals left, center markings, some markings for the sides of the car. One thing I did like, this hood, I guess because of the age of the kit maybe, I don't know. So the hood has scoops and stuff on it, but none of them are opened. So Keith Marks includes these decals to kind of give the vents the impression that they're open, rather than trying to paint it or trying to go in and actually cut them open, which often doesn't work too good. So yeah, anyways guys, that's where I am with this build. I'm hoping to stick with this now and try and get this banged out in the next couple of weeks. Like I said, the biggest thing for me left to do is working on this body. Pretty much ready now to put the scoops on, and then I can prep it and get ready to paint it. So anyways guys, thanks for watching, and I hope you stay tuned for updates.